Welcome back, everyone. So, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 released a couple weeks ago, but I can't help thinking about what the future holds for DLC in the future. So far, we know about a free update coming out August 30th that will include Cyclops and Colossus, as well as 3 paid DLC packs that will also have additional story missions and modes. However, there's also been a data mine by Twitter user DemonSlayerX8 that potentially gives us a lot of new information. Demon Slayer X8 was able to find a file specifically for just DLC characters, which has 50 blank slots. I know it says 49 there, but it starts counting at 0. This is also separate from the current base roster, so that would total around 86 to 90 total characters. Demon Slayer also says that each character has about 6 alternate outfits. All of this is pretty hard to believe, honestly, because that would mean Team Ninja have plans to include more than double the amount of characters that are already in the game. This could just be forward thinking on their part, and would obviously take place over the course of a couple years if true. I also want to clarify that I don't think Demon Slayer is being dishonest either. This data mine looks legit in my opinion, but I should also mention that data mines can't always be considered fact, since they mostly just illustrate ideas the developers have right now, which could ultimately change. We also don't know the full context of this DLC file. Maybe this includes both playable and non-playable DLC characters, or it's the total roster after the DLC, since the 36 base characters, plus Cyclops and Colossus, plus 3 DLC packs of 4 characters each would total 50. But I don't know, I really hope this ends up being accurate because that would be an insane roster of characters. But another part of the data mine that is a little more easier to wrap our heads around is the separate file of all playable characters. The base roster has 36 characters, but this file shows 40. So there are 4 other characters Team Ninja have potentially planned to be playable, specifically Vision, Valkyrie, Black Bolt, and Medusa. So this could be a strong hint of characters that could be coming to the game, and I would guess these characters would be free updates similar to Cyclops and Colossus, since all 4 are in the base game as NPCs. Like I said earlier, we don't know for sure if these characters will enter the game, but I think there's a good chance they will, based on this data mine. So with that exciting information available, I wanted to do some DLC speculation too, since user CJ Hawaii Trump requested a DLC speculation video a while back, and now is probably a good time to do that. I'm going to look at the 3 DLC packs we know about, and try to see if I can piece together characters that are most likely going to appear in those packs. I'm assuming each pack will have at least 4 characters within it, but I'll suggest a few others just in case more characters are in a pack, and also as an alternate likely choice for those packs. We know Team Ninja are open to surprise picks like Elsa Bloodstone and Morbius, so nobody is off the table. I also want to be as objective as possible with characters that are being selected, because I don't like it when characters are picked just because they are the content creator's favorite characters. So I'll try and use context from the game itself, as well as lean on the survey that I conducted in the top 15 community requested characters video I did a while back. So with that stated, let's start with the easy one, Marvel Knights, which already has 4 characters revealed and a release date, which is September 30th. Those characters are revealed to be Blade, Moon Knight, Punisher, and Morbius the Living Vampire. All solid picks in my opinion, even if Morbius is a surprise pick. This is likely to do with the Sony movie for Morbius that is filming right now. But we might as well speculate on a couple other potential additions as well. We don't know for sure that 4 is the limit, and the tweet from Nintendo states that these are a few characters from the first DLC pack, which could be me reading too much into it, but either way, you never know. So the other characters I think have a shot of making it into this pack are Shang-Chi, Jessica Jones, War Machine, and Winter Soldier. Jessica Jones and Winter Soldier have appeared in the base game as NPCs, so character models already exist for these characters. Shang-Chi has a movie being made, so I think chances of him being included are high just for that reason alone, but I think he was also the one we expected to be that 4th member in the pack instead of Morbius. Lastly, War Machine was also very highly requested, but I think his abilities could match the explosive playstyle of this game. There are plenty of other characters that could be in this pack though. I've also seen Cloak and Dagger brought up a lot, specifically that they should play as one character, like Rocket and Groot, and I think that would be a really cool inclusion too. For the next DLC pack, we don't know which one will come first, but based on this early DLC announcement image, I would guess that X-Men would be next. According to the DLC page on the Switch, this second pack would also be releasing in 2019, but we don't have an official release just yet. If this is an X-Men pack, there's a huge assortment of likely characters. Luckily, Cyclops and Colossus will be separate, which frees up 2 spots in this DLC pack. The most likely character to be included would be Jean Grey Phoenix. She has easily been the most requested character that I've seen, and I think her explosive powers would fit nicely into this game. The other 3 are a little harder to decide, but I would say they are likely to be Beast, Gambit, and Iceman. Beast, since he has a character model in the game, and Gambit and Iceman were very highly requested by the community. Gambit was playable in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, and Iceman has not only been in both prior games, but also was a fan favorite. I think a few alternate choices for this pack would be Emma Frost, Rogue, or Quicksilver. All of them have been very highly requested and would also allow for very unique abilities within the game. The last pack is pretty self-explanatory, and it's the Fantastic Four. So we should at least be seeing Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and The Thing. If we are lucky enough to get additional characters, I think the general consensus would be that those characters should be Doctor Doom and Silver Surfer. I don't really have alternate characters to suggest here, because I think those are pretty accurate with what I want and what the community have suggested. I also just want to bring up a theory that's going around right now, which is that we might see free characters in between paid DLC packs. These free characters would be characters that are currently in the game as NPCs, and the paid DLC packs are brand new characters. On top of that, people are thinking that DLC would release on the 30th of every month. For example, Cyclops and Colossus for August 30th, Marvel Knights September 30th, a free pack like Vision and Valkyrie in October, then November would be the X-Men pack, Black Bolt and Medusa in December, and then Fantastic Four in January. I'm not sure if I'm fully behind this theory yet, but the timeline would match up with the DLC dates, as well as the playable characters found by Demon Slayer X8, so I thought that was worth mentioning, and it could end up being true. Overall, the sky is the limit as far as future DLC packs. I debated on going into heavy speculation about future packs like maybe Inhumans, Cosmic, Brotherhood, etc., but I'll save that until we get hints at future DLC packs beyond the 3 announced. I'd love to see characters like Nova and Ant-Man make their way into the game too, as well as countless other characters, so I'm interested to see how long Team Ninja are planning to support the game, and whether or not they stop after the 3rd pack or continue beyond that. So far, I'd say we have a solid roster and I'm loving the game, so whatever they decide, I'll be happy with it. But I'm interested in hearing what everyone else thinks about the Datamine and the potential characters within future DLC packs. I know the Datamine leaves me with a lot of questions, so I'm interested to see how it all plays out. But in the meantime, I'll keep covering updates on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 as well as Marvel's Avengers. If you'd like to discuss these topics with fellow nerds or want to find people to play Ultimate Alliance 3 with online, you can join us on Discord, the link is in the description below. But anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.